All right, welcome. So we've just wrapped up our first session in Chile, 2018, and here with one of our guests. So please state your name for the camera and where you're from.
David Westall, and I'm from Frisco, Colorado.
Awesome. And so David, you have never been to Chile before, is that correct?
Not until this trip.
Awesome. So you just had 11 days with the Adventure Project exploring Nevadas de Chillán, the mountain, and meeting some of the people and trying plenty of the food. What did you think of the overall experience?
The overall experience was great. The skiing was excellent on some days and could have used a little more fresh snow on the other days, but that's what happens when you go on ski trips. And the food was overall excellent. The chef here at what's this place called? Las Huelas.
Cabañas Las Huellas. Cool.
Was excellent, and the dinners that we went out to were also very good. So.
Awesome, man. Right, let's talk a little bit more specifically about your experiences then. Tell us about the mountain and the terrain for more experienced skiers and boarders. How is it riding over here?
It's a massive mountain, and when you include the backcountry terrain with a wide variety of steeps as well as rolling terrain. The mountain one, it had a deep base, looks like it would be skiable almost everywhere. This year they didn't have a great base, but we had good snowfall on the third day, so we got a couple of days of really good powder. The first couple of days were a little scratchy and hard, particularly at the bottom, but we made the best of it.
Awesome, man. So you also got to experience some of the local food. How was that? Was that to your liking?
Oh yeah, we went out one night and had some quail as well as, well, I actually had two dishes, but one was quail and one was the local meat stew or whatever it's called. That was excellent. And then we went down to Chillán and went to a restaurant where we had, I can't even name all the things that we had. But in general, the food's great in Chile. Lots of meat. If you're a carnivore, you'll love it.
Awesome. And then they have some nice wine down here as well, and maybe some nice local beers too.
Yep. Had a couple of different local breweries. Had a very nice IPA over here at Los Bravos yesterday, which was a bit of a surprise. Not everybody on the team liked IPAs, but I do, and that was a very good one. And then we went to a winery. We also had a surprise visit from the lady from the winery with a taste testing with excellent Sauvignon Blanc that's probably in US dollars, maybe $6 a bottle. So can't beat that price.
That's awesome, man. Now, tell us about the accommodation. Were you comfortable where you stayed? What were the amenities like?
Accommodations were great. Rooms were clean. I was in a single room with two people. Maybe would have been a little bit tight, but very clean and comfortable. The downstairs here where we are is a very nice little common room, and then they serve breakfast every morning at 8. Coffee and more like a continental breakfast then they would have eggs and either bacon or sausage every morning. And then we had dinner here 5 nights with the chef that cooks here, Manny, who speaks great English, which is good for me because I don't speak a lick of Spanish. So it was great to have him explain to us in English what we were eating.
Awesome. So this trip was put together by the Adventure Project. Would you recommend their services, potentially use them again? What did you think of what they offered for you?
I would recommend their services highly. Matt and Eric were great to ski with. They tried to make sure that they were giving us what we wanted. Of course, we wanted 4 feet of fresh blower, but they couldn't deliver that, so we will hold that against them. But yeah, I would do the trip with them again, and I probably will do a Japan trip.
Awesome.
when I can find the time.
All right, we have that on record. So looking back now, you've had 11 days. What were some of the highlights? What will be some of the memories that you'll look back on fondly?
Tuesday will stand out as the best day that we had. Pretty much just kind of skiing the side country. We didn't do any skinning that day because it wasn't necessary. We did hike up and ski a couple of really nice bowls just off the resort flank. And then Wednesday, where we did our first tour up high and dug a pit. That was a good day. We also had good snow there. And then I really actually enjoyed Thursday, where the snow was a bit challenging. We had a bit of an ice crust that the weather was warm, but it was super windy and wouldn't let go of that ice crust. But we toured up relatively high and then had some good for you snow on the way down.
Awesome, man. So it sounds like you had a good time.
Had a great time. I'm looking forward someday to bringing my family down here, bringing my girls down.
Great. I'm sure they would have a lovely time. So yeah, on behalf of the Adventure Project, myself and Eric, our other guide, we'd like to say thank you, David, for coming with us and exploring the area, seeing something new and having a good time. And we genuinely appreciated your company and your positivity. And yeah, we'd love to take you out on another adventure, and Japan or wherever else you'd like to go, you'd be more than welcome. So thank you, David.
All right.